welcome to another year in review video. As always, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and liking this video if you do like it. So this year in review is for 1946, which saw 25 cartoons released. As always, I'll go with the following points: the overview of the year, my overall thoughts, my favourite cartoons, my least favourite cartoons, a weirdest and funniest animated moment showcase, and a conclusion. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Someday I guess I'd better learn to fly.
First up, here is a list of cartoons released this year, starting with Book Review.
Cuckoo! Cuckoo! It's 12 o'clock!
Baseball Bugs.
All by myself. Yeah, get up there and wham! A homer! Wham! Another homer! Wham! 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 What?
Holiday for Shoestrings. Quentin Quayle.
My zebra just crawled down that hole!
A worm?
Baby Bottleneck.
Hollywood would.
Gosh, here's an egg without an address. Daffy.
Point him.
Hair
Go
Remover.
along with a gig.
I caught the wabbit! I got him! I got the wabbit!
Daffy Doodles.
I won't be here at Christmas. I'd better take a peek. Hey!
Hollywood Canine Canteen.
Hi, soldier.
Hush My Mouse.
Why are you looking in that hole? There's nothing in that hole because I was the only one in there, so it's silly for you to be looking in that hole for somebody who isn't in there anymore. What's your name?
Hair Raising Hair.
Out you go.
Kitty Cornered.
Three. And
Hollywood Daffy. Acrobaty Bunny.
Get a little rest without some practical joker fooling around. I'll teach him a lesson that he'll never forget as long as he...
The Eager Beaver. The Great Piggy Bank Robbery.
I can hardly wait to see what happens at Dick Tracy. I love that man.
The Call to Arms.
Anybody got a light?
Of Thee I Sting.
And a formidable one he is, too. Armed to the hilt, he is prepared to forestall any sudden attack.
Walkie Talkie Hawkie. Racketeer Rabbit.
Low bridge.
Fair and Wormer. The Big Snooze.
Millions and millions of rabbits! Where were they all coming from?
The Mouse-merized Cat.
Put your hand on the block, lift the mallet. Now, whack your fingers hard.
Mouse Menace.
That settles it. What I need around here is a cat.
Rhapsody Rabbit. And Roughly Squeaking.
Hey, what's the big idea?
1946 was another end of an era with Bob Clampett, who had been an animator and then a director since all the way back from the Harmon and Ising days, leaving the studio. He went on to do a screenwriting and gag writing gig at Screen Gems, and he directed a short at Republic Pictures before creating Time for Beanie, which was a children's puppet show for the then really young medium of television. and a little over a decade later, an animated version of the show would be created. In later years, he would tour college campuses, discussing the history of animation and be the main focus of the documentary Bugs Bunny Superstar. Clampett's last credited short would be the classic short Great Piggy Bank Robbery, and would leave 4 unfinished shorts at different levels of completeness, one of which was The Big Snooze, which was the last Bugs Bunny short he had directed. Art Davis would end up finishing The Big Snooze and A Call to Arms, and would take over Clampett's unit, becoming a director himself. Davis's first short was Mouse Menace, and would continue directing, though his directing unit wouldn't last too long after this. After Frank Tashlin had left, Robert McKimson went on to take over his unit, and would end up directing his first Looney Tunes short, Daffy Doodles. This would be the start of a directing career that would continue all the way past the eventual closing of the studio, through to Paddy Freeling and the final shorts done when the studio briefly reopened again in the late 1960s. McKimson this year would introduce a new mainstay of the Looney Tunes stable, Foghorn Leghorn, based on the radio character Senator Claghorn from the Fred Allen Show. In his first short, Walkie Talkie Hawkie, which also introduced his barnyard dog nemesis, McKimson would also use a character that Chuck Jones had used in a few shorts earlier in the decade, Henry Hawk. McKimson would use Henry in a few of Foghorn's shorts before the character ended up being retired. And speaking of retired, the character of Sniffles would appear in his final short called Hush My Mouse. Sniffles was commonly associated with Jones during his more Disney-esque period, and with Sniffles being in his last short, this leaves only the character of Inky left from that period. Chuck would try new characters around this time, such as Quentin Quayle and Eager Beaver, but those failed to catch on. Another first for the year is Bugs being in a short going up against gangsters in the short Racketeer Rabbit, which is something he would periodically do until the studio closed down. While the gangsters here are not the Rocky and Muggsy characters Bugs would encounter later on, Racketeer Rabbit would be the start of new challenges for Bugs other than Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam. In the short Hair-Raising Hair, Bugs Bunny goes up against a monster who, despite only appearing in a few shorts, would end up being a classic adversary for Bugs. This monster would be given the name Rudolph in later shorts, and Chuck would end up giving him the name of Gossamer later on as well. The last short of 1946, roughly speaking, would feature the arrival of an actor who would feature in many Warner Brothers shorts from here on, Stan Freberg. Here he voiced Hubie, while Mel Blanc voiced Birdie, in what some have said to be the first true Hubie and Birdie short, which laid the groundwork for their future shorts. 1946 would also end with the Rhapsody Rabbit and Cat Concerto Oscar controversy. In one of the oddest cases of coincidence, both shorts feature a main character playing Franz Liszt's Hungarian Rhapsody, and while doing so, be tormented by a mouse character in some way. Many differing stories on how such an amazing coincidence occurred, but there's one thing for certain: even though Cat Concerto would end up winning the Oscar out of the two shorts, it wouldn't be too long now before the Warner Brothers studio, who up until now had only achieved nominations at the Academy Awards, would finally taste Oscar glory. And now for my overall thoughts. It's such a shame that this is the last year for Clampett. Yeah, there are great shorts coming up that are really great, some are absolute classics, but things will seem to be less wacky from here on out. Again, this isn't a bad thing, but I'd be lying if I said I've been missing some of the more insane shorts. I'm glad that we get Art Davis on shorts now, even though his unit won't last very long, and I'm happy to see McKimson shorts, of which I am a fan of his stuff, especially his earlier stuff, and in particular his Bugs Bunny shorts and his Foghorn Leghorns. And while Chuck was a little hit and miss this year, with him seemingly trying to desperately create another breakout character star, his hits were really good, especially Hair-Raising Hair. Frizz was firing on all cylinders this year, no doubt due to Holly Pratt's involvement in his unit. And now on to my favourite cartoons. Looking at Clampett's output for his final release year, it's so hard to pick a favourite. but I would have to go with Great Piggy Bank Robbery. This short is perfection, and makes me even more sadder that Clampett had left while he was on top of his game. In fact, every time I watch this short, I seem to find more things I missed about it prior. It's that good.
Aha! It's Mouseman! Come on there, you rat! Come on out! Oop. Go back in again.
Riz's output, as mentioned before, was solid this year, and I struggled whether to pick, Baseball Bugs or Rhapsody Rabbit. And you know what? I'm still struggling, so, flip a coin between those, and they're both equally amazing films, but then again, there's also Racketeer Rabbit, so I guess you gotta find a three-headed coin and decide for me, because those three films are amazing. Now, also, as mentioned before, Chuck was hit and miss with me this year, but Hair Raising Hair is an amazing short. I mean, yeah, it's a little overplayed, but, there's no denying that this is a solid short, featuring the introduction of a certain monster. Bob McKimson made his debut this year, as mentioned before, and as much as I love Foghorn, I just have to go with Daffy Doodles as my favourite of his this year. I mean, what a way to start a long directing career, making a short that not only has a clever idea, but it's executed so well too. And with a new restoration, we can appreciate this short even more. Now for the least favourite cartoons, because it's never going to be perfect. See, Quentin Quayle and Eager Beaver instantly come to mind, and they weren't bad cartoons necessarily, they were just, I don't know, incredibly average, and it's a shame because at this point in time, we all know Jones can do a lot better. I mean, just, again, look at his film Hair Raising Hair around the same time. That one was really good. But I will say this though, I mean, at least he was experimenting and, he's trying new things, and sometimes with experiments, they're not going to succeed. But in any case, another meh one was of I Sting. I mean, look, let's put aside the reuse of animation from the Snafu shorts and the fact that it's military and World War II themed well past the end of World War II. It's just a dull short. I don't know. It just felt like Frizz was going through the motions for this short. Again, it's not the worst I've seen, and if I have to see it again, I wouldn't complain, but it's not the best. But the biggest mess, by far, is easily Bacall to Arms. I mean, this was a short that was started by Clampett, and Davis had to finish it, but he didn't understand what Clampett was doing, and it leaves a short with, a few genuinely great bits of animation, and moments within the movie, like the movie within the movie, but it is so uneven, and animations reused from a short 10 years prior in there too, and the short just doesn't know what it wants to be, basically. So I think they just wanted to get it out the door, and that was it. So in any case, yeah, it's still an entertaining mess, but yeah, probably my least favorite of the year.
If you want to see how it ends, sit down.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
And without further ado, now it's time for the Animation Showcase, showcasing the funniest and weirdest animated moments of the year, so grab some popcorn and enjoy.
Cuckoo! Cuckoo! It's 12 o'clock! Frankie!
Beep, 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 boop the bay, the big bad wolf and the suits are gay. Heap soup, saddle, little suit's head. Heap doop, odle up the grandma's bed. Heap doop, see little soudle's ears. Suit, saddle, little great big ears. Hoop doop, tail, little zoodle's id. Up doop, better to hear you with. Hey, hey, ho, how about that? Says who, how about the eyes you got? Lotto, tat, or a little did. Read to turtle to see you with. Heap do, add a little sassy beast. Suit, said a little great big teeth. Heap suit, saddle, little tail to top. Heap suit, saddle to eat you up. To rain, to rain, to rain, to rain, to rain.
Screaming liner into left field. Whoa!
safe.
I said you're out.
I'm safe.
You're out.
Safe.
Out.
Safe.
Out.
Safe.
Out.
Safe. Out.
Safe.
Out.
Safe.
Out.
Safe.
Out.
I say you're safe. If you don't like it, you can go to the showers.
Okay then, Doc. Have it your way. I'm safe.
I'm out.
That's what the man said. You heard what he said. He said that. You heard
That's what the man said. He said that. That's what.
Why, George, now what's the matter?
I don't want to eat him. I can't eat him.
For heaven's sakes, why not?
Because he looks like Frankie Sinatra.
Oh, George.
Little. Roger. Come in there. B 19.
Listen, Jackson, I got a great invention. It'll speed up deliveries 1,000,000,000%. It's a Loo. Watch. Well, back to the drawing board.
Let go of my leg. Let go, I say. This guy's trying to slip me a Mickey.
Now, Wabbit, twink.
Hey, don't do it, Doc. Cut it out. Hey, Doc, don't.
At last, success. He's gonna turn into a gruesome monster.
No soap, Doc.
Oh.
I'm a booby trap. Yes, so, a restless time. A reach a piece of pinky. So. A restless time. Look.
Hey! It's the mini mustache fiend. I hate that duck.
Very sporting of the little black duck.
Well, what do you say, jury?
Ah, yes! Not guilty! Thanks. You saved my life. Never again will I paint another mustache. I'm doing beards now.
The matter? Homesick?
No.
Have a date broken?
No.
Bad news from home?
No. Well, if you must know, you're standing on my foot.
Mousehole.
What are you looking in that hole for? Why are you looking in that hole? There's nothing in that hole because I was the only one in there, so it's silly for you to be looking in that hole for somebody who isn't in there anymore. What's your name?
My name is Fillican, and I am going to catch an R-18.
Now listen, you mug. Cut out the stalling, see? And get me them knuckles. See?
I got the knuckles.
Knuckles, see?
Raise a coin, E.G. Sink your bicuspidos into this fish for sore eyes.
I don't know, but, did you ever have the feeling you was being watched? Being watched, he says. Patience, little one. Your dinner will soon be here. A nice, tender little rabbit. You don't need to lock that door, Mac. I don't want to leave. Baby! That's the trouble with some dames. Kiss them and they fly apart. Well, goodbye. And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't. Is there a doctor in the house? Is there a doctor in the house?
I'm a doctor.
What's up, Doc? Oh, for shame! Just look at your fingernails. My, I'll bet you monsters lead interesting lives. I said to my girlfriend just the other day, gee, I'll bet monsters are interesting, I said. The places you must go and the things you must see, my stars. And I'll bet you meet a lot of interesting people, too. I'm always interested in meeting interesting people. Now let's dip our patties in the water. Wow! Hey, wait a minute, Dracula. Did you ever have the feeling you're being watched? That the eyes of strange, eerie things are upon you? Look, out there in the audience.
People!
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Flash, country overrun by men from Mars. Millions of Martians are landing in our fields. Strange creatures are dropping from the stratosphere. Crisis in Washington. President asks people to be calm. Everything's going mad, I tell you. Utterly mad. Stay tuned into the station for late reports.
Hey, what do the man say, mister? Huh? What do the man say? Huh?
Oh, he says men from Mars are landing on the Earth. But that's silly. Well, good night. Good night. Hombriago.
When my dreamboat comes home.
Say, who are you supposed to be anyway?
Peasant, for your sole information, I am the Academy Oscar, and JL is waiting. And on your list, observe the sequestered quarters of the cinema stars.
Those are the conditions that prevail.
Darn it. I'll never get one of those Oscars.
Oh, gee, look at all the pretty stars. There's Hedy Lamarr, and Alexis Smith, and Dorothy Lamour, and Baby Snooks, and Sovereign Succotash. It's Anne Sheridan.
That does it. I'll fix the wise guy for niggling around up there. A fella can't get a little rest without some practical joker fooling around. I'll teach him a lesson that he'll never forget as long as he... You cut out. Oh, you want to play, huh? nooka hickey doola dooka hanamoka. A little grass shack, hilly hola moto shore. Mo wanna loa kilika hawa, walaka hooka malaka hook, you know the Honolulu's in Hawaii. Fish and poi and a little Dorothy Lamour. We're also available for picnics, lodge meetings, children's parties, and smokers.
Duck Tracy speaking. Duck Tracy speaking. You say your piggy bank's stolen? Huh, that's small stuff. Stolen piggy bank? Sorry, can't take little cases like that. Beaucoup Chevrolet Coupe, pas coller la piggy bank? French phone. Sorry, too small. Hey, it looks like a piggy bank crime wave. Why don't people keep their piggy banks in a safe place, like I do? It's gone! My piggy bank's been stolen! Oh, agony! Agony! Scram, Sherlock. I'm working this side of the street. Snake eyes. Ah! 88 teeth! Oh, hammerhead! Oh no! Pussycat! Pussycat puss! Batman! Double header! Pickle puss! Pumpkinhead! Neon noodle! Jokebox jaw! Wolfman! Ruff! Ooh. Ruff! You're all under arrest! Overhead!
I'm gonna rub you out, see? Rub you out.
Fantastic! And furthermore, it's unbelievable! Boo.
Anybody got a light?
Same thing. Say, I've seen a chicken around here. Pay attention, Sonny. Somewhere. Chicken? Chicken, oh yes, there's a chicken. I say there's a chicken for you. This boy doesn't pay attention. Nice four-legged chicken. Go on over. I say go on over and taste him, kid. You'll like him.
rich guy. Where's all that dough?
Sorry, but I never carry large amounts with me.
Are you gonna talk? Well, we'll make you talk.
Well, how nice.
Talk. 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 Talk.
No.
Talk. Rocky's fed up. Take this mug for a ride.
Ride? Oh, goody. I can stand a little fresh air. All ready.
Why? It's Muggsy. Don't look at me like that, Muggsy. I'm your pal, Muggsy. Your buddy pal. Yeah.
It's curtains for you, Rocky. Curtains.
No, not that. No.
Curtains, you understand? Curtains. Here.
Oh, they're adorable.
Would I do this if my dear old pal Rocky was in there? Would I also have the temerity to do this if my bosom chum was encased therein?
Never mind. Give me that truck.
Oh, no, you don't. It's mine.
I'm taking this truck to headquarters.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm taking it back. Tough, eh? Here, Rocky, hold me watch while I trash him with me bare hands.
Boy, Bugs, give him the left. Yeah.
Out you go. And stay out.
Yes, his wife. And I'm not scared of man or beast.
No, I'm a beast.
Mouse! Oh, it's a mouse!
Everybody wants to get into the act.
Gesundheit!
Reiterate, what a heavenly dream. You know, it would be a catastrophe if perchance harm were to befall this serene scene. The rabbits are coming, hooray, hooray. 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 What's cooking, Doc? What's the matter, Doc? You cold? Here, I'll fix that.
Have any of you girls ever had an experience like this?
Quick, run this way.
never get here.
Hey, Papa! Hey!
You are! You are!
Which way did they go? Which way did they go?
Them sidewinding bushwhacking varmints went that away. Hit 'em off at the pass.
Hi-ho, Sliver! Away!
That settles it. What I need around here is a cat. A flat tire held me up, folks. Okay, kitty. Now, get that mouse.
What's up, Doc? Who? France Liszt. Never heard of him. Wrong number. Rat. There. Observe. A lion. King of the beasts. Yeah.
was a pelican, I'd have a fish in my...
So in conclusion, 1946 ends a major chapter with Bob Clampett now having left the studio. But hey, we now have McKimson, and we even have Davis for a little while, so it's definitely not all doom and gloom from here on. We've still got plenty of classic stuff to come our way. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.